All right, y'all, Texas Rebel. I just wanted to share a quick video. I know we've got some newer players in Black Mamba. I just transferred over this week myself from another gang, so this is a new C, but I've played before. This is my third time through. So there's some things you can do to help our guild and gang be successful. And I just wanted to show all the things I'm doing. I've had a few of the higher ranking people ask me, you know, how I've gotten so powerful so fast. So it's just all the little things. There's so many little things in this game. And the game doesn't do a good job of showing them all to you. So I just want to make a quick video. It should be 5, maybe 10 minutes. But if you do all these little things, it'll start helping out. So I'm going to start in the upper left. You can go into your character here. I don't know if all you got this week. This came up yesterday. You can start upgrading this stuff. But I wanted to show you, if you come up in here, you can see the total power that somebody has. Don't make the mistake of looking at your power and their power and assuming if you're bigger, you're going to beat them. This is all the characters I have. All the ships, everything. I don't have that much power. So down here, this one, this is your power. So that's what you currently have in use as far as your ship, what characters are assigned in certain slots. This is what you want to look at. This is your indicator of how you're going to match up against someone else if you look at them. So it comes down to cabin strength, hero strength, ship strength, your ship parts, seasonal development, stargazing. So one thing you can do, you can come in here, look at some rankings for total power, which is your total of everything you've got, your fleet power, your prosperity. So these just kind of show you some different stuff of leaderboards where everybody's ranked. The higher you're ranked on that stuff, every week they give out prizes. So the better you do, the more stuff you get, the more you get ahead of everybody else. VIP, don't neglect this one. Every day, come in and get your little points. It starts adding up. Get your freebies every day. But also as you come into offers, you get stuff. So me personally, I've always found that I run out of iron before anything else. So I come in and I always buy the iron here. Which I'm running low on money, so I can't get a bunch right now. But good place for iron. Once you get up to 3, you can get a conch every day. So little things that help. So you can look up top. This is how happy your people are, how much food you've got. If you run out of food, their happiness starts falling off. You run out of people. This one, this red guy, this is when you start attacking people, you start gaining infamy. But you can come up here and check view warrants. You can see who all has warrants. So like FCS, he's got a warrant on him right now, but he's one of ours, so we wouldn't hunt him. But he's 189 nautical miles from where I'm at. So if I click on him, it shows me where he is, and you can see that if you sink him, you get money. Well, this next guy there, we could go down there and we could take him right now, and we'll get 80,000 gold. So I may do that later, but you can see how much everyone's worth. But some of these people are going to be in seas and areas that we haven't unlocked yet. So that is coming, but just be aware that's a good way to go and farm for gold. I assume everybody is familiar. You know, you can come over here, search for what you're looking for, monsters, ships, whatever. Everybody's pretty savvy on that. This guy, keep an eye on this. If this ever has a red dot showing you that something needs to be done, come in here and look at what you're leveling up, what your stargazing is, what your gathering is. Gathering. So all your people should always be out gathering. So if you come and look at someone's got a port, like say this island, this has no one on it, there won't be anything there. But over here you can see the glowing mines versus the wood shops, whatever these are called, the woodland. I always go for the iron because that's what I'm always short of. So you'll learn, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The higher they are, the more stuff you get, but the more power it takes to take them. You can take from other people. So you can see like this green one, that's me. Blue, that's somebody in my gang. I'm not going to try and take their stuff. But let's say all the 4s and 5s are taken. Like here's a 5 available, here's a 4 available. Well, let's say they're taken. This red is somebody that's not one of ours. I could attack and take them, so you can see what they've got, what it's garrisoned with, what levels, all that stuff, to know if you think you could take them or not. But that will help get you extra stuff, which helps you level everything up faster. To that end, when you come into your shipbuilding, one of the things I recommend, one of the few things I recommend spending money on is your shipbuilders. I've got mine down here. The shipbuilder study, I'm in the US, down in Texas, it takes $10 to get the extra one. And as you get in higher levels, like this one right now, 23 hours and change. This was over a day for this astronomy tower to get leveled up to level 18. So it starts slowing down. So having the third one makes a huge difference. But stay on top of leveling everything up. Some of my stuff is starting to fall behind. But you can always look at right here, your flagship, is I can come and see what it's going to take. I need 5 million gold, and then I need to have the distillery to 18 and the gallery to 18. So I can start working on that stuff now, make sure I've got the distillery and the gallery, or the galley, leveled up. So I'll get those after stargazing. I'm at the point right now where stargazing is more important to me. So right here you can see my stargazing. I got 4 hours and 34 minutes left, and that'll be my last point for this constellation to be unlocked, which gives you more power, all this little stuff. I won't be able to start the next constellation until my stargazing tower is at level 18. So I need to get this up right now so that I can continue doing my research on the stargazing. But then I will prioritize these two until they're up, and that way as soon as I get enough money, I'm ready to go. Sometimes when you go to upgrade, like say I want to upgrade this one, sometimes it will tell you down here, you know, if you're doing the captain's quarters or something, it'll tell you that, hey, your one of your other rooms has to be upgraded as well, one or two of your rooms. So sometimes it'll force you to do multiple things to get the one that you need up. But constantly be working on these. Always come in and collect, you know, your milk and your egg, your cheese, and all the things that you're making. For the distillery and the galley, come in here. If you look online, you can go to cook. You can see online if you mix, you know, water and eggs with a purple fish or a blue fish and a corn, what you'll get, and you'll start unlocking these recipes. So like, let me find one that I don't have. Here, see how these are darker? You need to unlock them, and you get a little bit of a bonus for all of them. And eventually later in this season and next season, there'll be challenges where you have to make, you know, it's going to ask you to make whatever this one is, the slimy ice cream. You got to make 20 of those to get something, to get a bonus. So having the recipes already unlocked is good. And then as you make stuff, you can come down to your mess hall and you can sell that stuff. Like I've been slacking, mine's not running. So select all. Each one of these is worth 480 gold. Sell it. Well, over the next day or two, it's going to take 1 day and 7 hours to sell all that stuff. It's a little extra money for me to help me get ahead. So again, lots of little things. So we talked about that. Always come in here, clear these out. There'll be, you know, golden stuff coming, notices from the game. When you're in chat, you've got your regular chat, and then you've got announcements. This is where the gang's going to be putting stuff out for you. Lets you know when they sent it, what time, everything. So like this one, you know, I can hit my translate button. Season 1 rewards. This is part of why I wanted to make this. This is something you can do to help the guild and yourself. We all get better prizes the higher we are. So what he's talking about as season rewards is if you come up here, click on season 1, and you come down to season rewards. This is what will be released at the end of season 1. When everything is done, there's going to be one gang that'll be Sovereign of the Sea. That's what we want. Places 2 and 3 will be Pirate Commanders. Places 4 through 10 will be Pirate Elite. How do we get there? So right now, if you look on the right, weekly renown, personal renown, total season rank. So right now, our gang, Black Mamba, is number 9. So we need to pick it up. For the week, we're doing okay. We're at number 3. You can see we're not far behind. So if even just 5 or 10 of you guys get on this, we'll be doing a lot better. So personal renown, this is what I want you checking on. So in here, we've clicked on season rewards, personal renown. Each of these has 10 levels. So I can click on this. At level 1, you get a 15-minute speed up. Level 2, level 3. Well, you see you start getting conscious and you start getting speed ups as you get up into higher levels. So you're getting personal rewards for this stuff. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just for the gang seal chest. You get 9 extra conscious, so more chances for characters, level them up. if you do your part and max out all 3 of these, you get an entire week. So resets in 2 days. I know me and another guy, like 2 days in, I forget who it was. I was talking to somebody, I think it was Grin Reaper. We both had these done like 2 days into the week. I've had this already maxed out. So they tell you what they are. It's trophies chest. Go hunt down other players and kill them to get trophies. Get enough until this is maxed out by the end of the week. Trade chest, that's just being on auto trade, selling stuff. I will go over auto trade. If you are not actively playing and doing something, you need to be on auto trade. And then gang seals, well, how do we get those? So if you come into the gang, hit donations. I always give wood because I've always got tons of wood. But you can see this. You can see over here what everybody's been giving. You can spend your gems, the jade or emerald or whatever the heck this is, as well. But you can see every time I donate, which every 24 minutes you get another one. So when you go to sleep, when you wake up in the morning, this will have 20. Give it all, and you'll get some gold, and you'll get some seals. Well, that's up here, the seals. So not only does it help with your personal renown, but you can spend those in the store getting stuff. So do you want more conches? Do you want stuff to level up your characters and your ships? Do you want speed ups? You know, do you want to get stuff to level up your armor and your gems on your main character? You know, you've got lots of choices in here. Anyway, make sure you're doing that every day. And then under savviness, this all helps us. So we've got development and wars. So like right now we're doing Superpower 3. When we get this finished, max members, we're going to get another 4 characters so we can get 4 more people. It also increases the number of R3s. So depending on what level, it lets our leader give more people R3, more people R4. The higher your level, the better rewards you get. Generally, most people will not get above R3 in a gang. R4s are kind of reserved for your leaders, stuff like that. So whether they're assigned to specific tasks, the gang leader wants them working on recruiting characters from other gangs, or they're just very knowledgeable about the game, or they specifically are supposed to be leveling up stuff for like end game. At least one of us, if not 2 of us, needs to have Titans in the Lost City. I'll explain that later. But if I'm going to talk to the gang, if Jack Sparrow wants me to do it, I'm happy to. Otherwise, I will put my resources into just leveling up and getting stronger and not worrying about the Titan. We don't need everyone to have a Titan. I'll explain that for endgame stuff later. But anyway, make sure you're doing both those. So, and then every day your missions, you'll get, how many sentry towers have you fought? How many times have you donated to the gang? How much damage have you dealt to other players? So the things that we're tracking other places are also here. The more you do, it helps you in multiple ways, and you get more points, more power, more level ups. You got to do all the things. If you want to see how everybody's doing in the gang by comparison, you can come in here, and where this shield is, you can see where we're at as a gang as far as influence, what rewards everyone in the gang gets when we get our influence up. But you can click on one of these, the savviness and speed up. So we'll start at port damage. When we're taking ports this week, who's done how much damage, how much influence has it put in? Last week, only a couple people were helping. We were just getting started, plus we didn't have very many ports to take. So I think that was probably just the initial one or the first level one. In general, how much has people done over time? Trophies. This week, who's done what? Last week, who did what? And overall, who's done what? Speed ups and donations. So like here, I wasn't in the thing last week. So last week, I'm not on the list at all. This week, I'm further down. But you can see in general, over time, some of these people, Angela, Dragonsmith, Grin, have, been in the gang, Bad Girl, Trash Panda, they've all been in since the start, and they have been consistently giving, whereas you come down here and you got a few of you that are, barely doing anything. So again, you don't know, you're a new player, you're learning. I hope you guys are watching the video. But if you do all these little things, it'll help you level up, become more powerful, and it helps the gang as a whole. So went over all that. Let me go over auto trading real quick. So let me show you where my guy's at. He's coming into this port. You're gonna see he's gonna get stuff. and he's going to immediately turn around and leave. So how you do that is when you come into your map, you can see, if you guys didn't see where I clicked down here on the bottom right, the leftmost option, little magnifying glass, you can see the sea as a whole. So right now, we're in this one little corner of the outside. Here in a couple days, I think it's going to be these two gates will open, and we can start interacting with people over here. So there's going to be more stuff to find, more mist to unlock, more people to fight, all kinds of stuff. These people will be playing with these people. These people are going to be playing with these people. And then eventually, this middle area will open up. And at first, it'll, just be our area. They'll have their area, they'll have theirs, and then it'll open up and we'll all be able to go around the outers. And then eventually, the inside. So right now, later tonight, we're going to be focusing on, you can't see it because of all the ships, but see how the level 3 port here, everyone's got a level 3 in the outer perimeter. There's level 5s in the middle ring, and then a level 8 in the center ring. Those are what we want. So the fight for level 8 is you get big kudos if you're the first one to take that level 8. So we're doing very well in RC. We'll see how we fight with these people, but we want to push in once this stuff opens and take up to this level 5 and then be poised and ready to move in and take this level 8 at the end of season 1. Anyway, you can always click on the ship. It'll show you where you're at. You can see how much card you've got. If you click on the up arrow, it'll show you who's trading what at higher values. So like over here, you can see Tyrant City. You see the up arrow? So if I click on that, you can see up here, sought after. It's looking for maize, sweet potato, and cocoa. So if you start auto trading with a place that has those, they're going to buy it from you at an increased price, so you make more money. So that's always good to consider. But then this button down here, see how it's got arrows going both ways? This is your auto trade. So I'm already on auto trade. Let me go ahead and cancel it so I can show you guys how to set this up. Okay, auto trade's over. When it hits the next port, it'll stop. I'll come back and show you that, but you need to be on auto trade. So general server rules for most servers, like see all these people we have just sitting here doing nothing. They're logged off and they're just sitting there. So if you want to go trophy hunting, these are the kind of people you come and attack, like BLK Titanium here. B1M, even though I could attack him, he's one of our allies, so I'm not going to, but let's say this guy. He's attackable. I can click on I for info, and I can see over here, even though he's a level 19, which is higher than me, I'm only level 18, his total power is 10 million. I know I've got like 14, but here's the real one, the power. So I can click on this, and I can see, by comparison, me versus him. My cabin strength, 3,000, his cabin strength, 2,600. You can do a comparison and look, and in general, if this is higher than them, you're going to win. Now, if they're real close, if you're within a couple hundred points of each other, it depends on how you've got it set up, the synergy of your players. But these are the kind of people that it's almost always okay to attack. What you don't want to do is like, I just showed you my guy. Let me get to him. See how he's just going back and forth, back and forth? Those people on auto trade, that's how you make money while you're offline. Don't, like this guy, he's attackable. Don't attack those people. We don't want people attacking us on auto trade. So anyway, now I'm here.
You can check as long as you want.
Sell all my stuff.
You are quality. Oh,
okay,
it's
cool.
hard to believe that you haven't.
I can come in here and go auto trade. I can click on this one. I'm going to start here, set a starting point, and then I want to go here, set as target. And in the bottom right, it will tell you it's going to take 1 hour and 36 minutes. I'm going to gain 95,000 gold. I'm going to gain 4.2 thousand reputation with this faction and 6.3 with this faction. Hit start auto trade. And then you see my stores are full and I'm going back and forth. It's going to be 50 total trips and it's going to take an hour and a half. So that's fine while I'm on right now. While I'm doing other things in the background, like talking to y'all. So hour and a half, I can come back, not a big deal. When I go to bed at night, instead of going from this port to this port, I'm going to be going from Lava Bay down here to, Tyrant City or Muddy Harbor, somewhere that's going to take like 8 hours. So that way the entire time I'm offline, it's doing something. When you go to work for the day, put it on auto trade. You know, if the shorter routes usually pay you more, but if you're only making money for an hour and a half and it made 50,000 more, but then you're just sitting there for the next 6 hours until you get off work and sitting like this, not doing anything. You're not making any progress in the game. You can be attacked by other people. You're helping them level up and you're hurting yourself. And here's a good example. You can see BLK right there, the FCS, and YHVH. See, he's got a little skull on him. That's what we were talking about up here, the infamy. The people that can be attacked and you can get money off them. If you see someone running around, you know, there he comes. You can see how this one is a little bit lighter and white, and this one's darker. The higher their level, as far as the more infamy they have, usually the more gold you'll get off them. Whereas other people don't have those on their things. Anyway, so there's that. Heroes, obviously, I'm sure you guys have already figured out how to level up your heroes.
With enough gold, you
how
don't
that stuff
need
works.
friends.
What you should be looking at is jack all trades versus here, gunner position, firepower,
With beauty
and cut through.
comes death.
All that stuff matters for this next part. So when you go into your ship, you want to level up your ships as much as you can, level up your sub-ships as much as you can, but I also want you looking at these, all these ship parts. So you can come in here and you can see on this one, I've got a level 15, and you see the blue logos versus, like, let me find this one. All right, here. There's a blue logo. This is the Sovereign of the Sea set. See how all 4 of mine have Sovereign of the Sea? So I get extra bonuses. If you got two of the pieces, you get an extra 50% armor. You got 4 pieces, you get 18% extra HP. So you can see ship number 1, ship number 2, ship number 3, what I have in those slots. But you can see some of these are Blade of Freedom. So that's more of attack than resistance. This one I just got today. This one is a Resistance Black. It's a different set. They do different things. So as we get further in the seasons, you'll pick these for different reasons, and we can do a whole nother video on that at some point. But you can come in and enhance these. So see how on my main ship, I haven't spent the money on all of them, but see how this plus 15, I've enhanced them. You can come up and enhance, and you can use the stuff you're not using and these little guys to level these up to level 15, and then it costs a lot of money, but you enhance them and you get, like here, let me show you, is find one that's a similar level. There, level 8. All right, so on this guy, see how it's 50,000 extra strength because it's plus 15, whereas this guy is a level 8. Now it's purple, not gold, so it'll be a little less, but see how it's only 5,000. So leveling things up makes a big difference, but do those on all your ships. So what I recommend is the Sovereign of the Seas. You want to set up your main flagship for survivability. Extra HP, extra armor is what's going to help your main ship survive. Your little ships, so down on the bottom it says flagship, my Crimson, and my Black Raven. You can see these have the attack ones on them. So when you look at, like, let me get my my Crimson ship, it says right here, offensive, blazing, or drowning. So I want blazing or drowning heroes on this one, because that's what this ship gives a bonus for. This ship is offensive, so I want attack stuff. This one, it's not in use right now. It's the one I replaced when I got the Crimson, but eventually I'll get a 3rd slot. See how it says defensive? You want defensive heroes on this. If you unlock some of these other ones, offensive strategist. If you spend the money to get the Warhammer cutthroats, they're going to get a huge bonus being on this ship. So you want to put the right people on the right ships and the right parts on the right ships. So how do you get parts? Parts is every day. Let me find a friggin' monster here. I think right now 18 is the highest level, but the Sea Serpent. I can click on him. You see right here, daily slay limit. Every day you can slay some of these and they're going to drop ship parts. Get the highest level ones you can. If you're not big enough to take the level 16s, every once in a while, people would be posting up, hey, I'm going to go on a monster run. Who wants to come with? You know, come out with someone like me that has the power to take down the big monsters, or if you get enough people that are smaller, y'all can take them together and everyone gets the reward. But do this every day, because sometimes crap drops. Like here, if you look in my ship thing, sometimes I'm getting, you know, I'm killing level 18 monsters and I'm getting level 8 stuff where I've already got higher level and better level. So you need to be farming those. So that'll help you get the parts for your ship. And then if you come up here, you can see my 3 ships, and I click on the gearbox. So there's my main ship, which, like we discussed before, I want defensive things. I want things that are going to make it stand out better. So see how these are highlighted? So she's a jack of all trades, support and recovery. But because she's a jack of all trades, she can go in any slot. Like let's say I put this guy, he's a gunner. If I put him in that slot, see how it's not highlighted? I'm missing out on bonuses. So you get the right people. See how she's got the little thumbs up? It says she's a good fit for that one. Sometimes you even have recommended heroes up here. But they all fit and they're all in keeping. So I don't have someone that's specifically defensive, but he's a strategist, jack of all trades, and I'm looking at what level I've got. It's like, even though here, she's got a thumbs up on her, and she's a gold, you'd think she's better, but I've only got her at 2.5 stars. So look at this. I'll select her, 258,000 power. Whereas this guy, 349,000 power. Because he is 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.5 stars. So get the right people in there. Here's my Sentinel. So we said blazing or drowning. So you can see right here, see that little logo? Click on her. You can see blazing damage. See how they're all blazing? They're going to synergize with each other, and it's going to increase all of their efficiency and proficiency, their bonuses. It all helps. So you come down here, I've got all cutthroats. Ideally, like this cutthroat, she's only 2.5 stars. I would love to put on, I've got another cutthroat in here. Here, this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. But he's a first mate. So even though he's much more powerful, if I put him in this gunner position, it's not going to work well. So that's how you make sure you're using the right characters on the right ships. Get all that stuff leveled up. Right now, I think the Azure is going on. This is something else you need to be doing every day. So if you come up to, you know, all these things that are flash across your screen, you know, favor the fallen, whatever. Try to, you know, max these out. But Pirate Legend, here's something you can do to get extra stuff every day: is trading frenzy. Right now, smug trading items is going to get you some points. If you get enough points, you unlock these chests which have stuff, and then in a 24-hour period, if you get enough stuff, you'll unlock these chests as well. And then at the end of the day, depending on your ranking, you might get other bonuses as well. We can click on this calendar right here and see, you know, 1800, that's server time, trading frenzy. At 2200 server time, it's going to change to cabin construction. So if I've got a bunch of speed ups and stuff, and I'm ready to upgrade a bunch of stuff in here, wait to do it until that window is on, and that way the things you're doing are going to get you bonuses. You're going to get more out of it. So let me come to that again, and we can see, you know, okay, stargazing. If I'm getting ready to do a bunch of stuff for stargazing, wait till tomorrow morning. If I've got a bunch of heroes, I got a bunch of conches I want to use. I've got a bunch of heroes that are ready to level up. Don't do it until that window of time comes, and that way you get more stuff, bonuses for doing what you're already going to do anyway. It's just doing it at the right time. If you come down to the Azure challenge here, this is something that probably most of you are blowing off right now, and you shouldn't be. So later in the game, these giant krakens, the things that we're fighting, you're going to be able to get one as a pet to increase your power and help attack your enemies. So there are different grades. There's F all the way up to, you know, I think there's F, D, E, and then there's A, B, and C. Obviously you want an A. Well, you can see right here, today's first attack rewards, 0 out of 6. I've already done them all. So every day, if you get one, you can see what's going to be coming, but like, let me click attack here. Scarlet Tide, is there something else going on? Okay, it's being weird. So Scarlet Tide probably isn't unlocked yet. But anyway, we're going to do Azure Tide. So you might see these pop up every once in a while, every couple hours. So like this one's a level 5. It's a 1-star T1, tier 1, level 5. Most you should be able to take this. Recommended power, that's your total power. But if you kill him, you're going to get a few of these, one of these level A things. Some speed ups, some meat to feed them. You need 100 A tokens to unlock the A Kraken. Sometimes you might get lucky and one might drop for you. There's some money you could spend if you want, but you're allowed 6 of these a day. So the higher level you get, which sometimes they're hard to find, but a lot of them drop in the same places. So someone's already killed that one. There's usually one there. Not there. Not there. There's usually one right over here. Somebody already got him. There's usually one over here. Oh, I'm not seeing him. So a bunch of people may have already got him. There we go. There's a level 10. So this one's a T2. So instead of getting like 60 of these, you get 65. So there's a little bit more. Now the trick with these is whoever hits it first, like if I came over here and attacked this, underneath it, it would say my name, TX Rebel. Whoever hits it first gets the gold or gets the loot. So you need to be the first one to hit these and finish it. So say you come and attack and then you're about to die. So you sail away to refill your ships and come back. If somebody else is attacking and say you got 5 people on it, it's going to be somebody else's. Whoever has its name displayed when it dies, that's who gets the stuff. So if I come into my little bag down here, you can see if I come down, I've already got 30 of the Kraken Fragment A grade. So I'm working ahead of time. I've already got 700 of these. I've got 1,900 of these. As you get your Krakens, this is the stuff you're going to feed them and use to upgrade them just like you do your ships. Start farming it now so you'll be more powerful later. So you can see I just got something popped up. What finished? All right. One of my shipbuilding things is done. So we're going to... Oh, no. What finished? Captain's quarters. All right, captain's quarters up. So we already said that we need to focus on our galley and our distillery. So we'll go ahead and get that going. Okay. So we've talked about monsters every day and then the Azure challenge every day. Same kind of deal when the ghost ship thing, like right now the ghost ship isn't going on. Do those every day, max out any, always come through here and see what's going on, like the ghostly chase. You do your own personal one, and then once enough of it get it in, a few from the guild will take on a stronger ship, but everybody gets the rewards if we do it. Every time these resets, like right now we're on easy. It's going to reset in 2 days. Make sure you're doing yours, and then once that we get enough people, you'll unlock it and you get a little ember or something, and you come up here to the donation, you donate your ember to help unlock this so that the gang can send its powerful members to go take on a stronger ship, and everybody gets rewards if we beat it. Anyway, there's all that. Yeah. Whenever this guy comes, so these are all the different little places you can buy with different stuff. Baron's Fleet, always look for the stuff that's on sale, the stuff that's on discount, anything you might want or need. There's good stuff to get in there. Trials, definitely be trying to progress your trials. So the main trial, I'm already done. It's maxed out. You can see it's complete. Then there's a harder one underneath it where you can start working through, and I'm up to level 25. These start getting a little harder, and you've got to change out your crews sometimes, pick the right crews based on who you're fighting. That's just experience. You can mess with that. So all your artifacts, eventually you'll unlock more. This one, for those of you who don't know, this one's going to be like a grappling hook. So if somebody's trying to run away from you when you're fighting in PvP, you can pull them back. Lost City, there's a few of you that are on it, but you guys need to get on this. This helps you a ton. So, every 12 hours this thing will fill up. So you need to be logging in at least twice a day and collecting it. So I just got 180 tokens. So I'm sitting at 2,800. But like to go from 9 to 10, I need 13,500. but I'm going to go from 180 an hour to plus 120. So I'm going to be at 300 an hour once I level it up. The more you get, the more stuff you can buy. So you have to have, like I just finished buying a few more of these. So if you come in the store for the decorations, like you can see right now, I can buy more, but they're going to give me 130 prosperity. So you can see up here, my total prosperity is 1930. You've got to have a certain amount of prosperity to level this up. Like I didn't have enough prosperity, so I had to add more. But eventually, once these run out, you can see you can only buy 3 more of these. I can only buy 1 of these. Eventually, I'll start buying this fountain and this statue, whatever this is, this gazebo thing. They give a lot more, but they cost a lot more. But as you level them up, eventually, this thing's going to start giving you several thousand a day. And you can use that to come in and buy landscape items. So this guy costs 10 grand. But I'm going to get extra impact, extra attack, extra HP, extra armor for each one of these. And then eventually when I want to level him up to go from 1 to 2, I need another one of them. When I go to 2 to 3, I think I need another one of them. When I go from 3 to 4, eventually it's going to take 2 or 3 spares to level him up from 5 to 6 or 6 to 7. But this all makes everything more powerful. Here's the Titan I was talking about. You can see he's 50 grand. We only need a couple people in the gang to get these. Not everybody needs one. So this is going to allow us, as we get to the end, the higher end ports in the middle. So the level, I think level 6 ports you can still attack like we have been. But level 7 and 8 ports, you must have a Titan. And basically it's a giant ship that a bunch of us will get on, and then that Titan attacks the port. And it makes a big difference. But again, that's a lot to spend for everyone to have one when we only need 1 or 2 people to have them. So leave that to the R4s and to Jack. He will decide, who they want to focus on getting that. Sometimes we'll get lucky and you'll have somebody in your gang that's, well off or has a trust fund or whatever, and it doesn't mind spending money, and they'll go out and spend a couple $100 to buy all the stuff to immediately get one of these, and they can be leveled up too. But be working on your city. So if I come in here and rankings, so on the server, I'm actually top right now. You can see Bad Girl, she's been working on her stuff. A few other people, he just transferred in from our rival, but he's doing pretty good. But you can see it starts dropping off pretty fast. And like here, let me go to, so I can visit his. And now if I come down here to visit, you can see these are all people from our guild. Look at the prosperity, 760, 630, 630, 630, 300, 100, 100. So this tells me you guys aren't doing anything in here. And again, if you don't know, you don't know, but this is why I wanted to share the video. Start doing this, start doing all the little things. Every day down here in the rankings and the visit, you'll see a little chest. You can visit up to 10 other people. Every person you visit gives you 10 extra tokens. So you can get 100 tokens a day just by visiting other people. And if people visit you, you get tokens. So if I've got 10 people that visit me every day when I log in, I'll get an extra 100 from other people visiting me. So help your gang mates. Don't go visit somebody from, a different gang. Visit somebody from our gang. It helps us. Anyway, work on leveling this up. Let's see what else we got. I think we're getting close to the end. All right, so your stuff in here every day. I'll start with leisure. Come in, talk to her. Once a day, you can come in and chat her up and whatever she says. And it'll give you a little bit of bonus to how much she likes you. And then anytime you have gifts, you get these little roses, give them to her. So you can see right now I'm at 365 out of 400. Let's see if this does it. We're going to give it to her. Bang, we just went up a level. So it gives me more power. Intimacy 40, yeah, whatever. But you can see it gave me more power. And now I have a new message up here. Well, if I go through that, she talks to me and sweet talks me, and it's a little romance thing. Who cares? I get extra stuff. So I just got an extra Echo Conch. So you keep leveling her up, it gets you stuff. Coming to your challenge, Rogue Rumble. So you can see I've already done mine, but every day you can see your level, which as you level it up, you can see all the prizes I've already claimed by playing and leveling up. So I'm in Silver 3, Silver 2, what am I? Silver 2 right now. So once I hit Silver 1, I'll unlock this. Once I hit Gold, once I hit Bloodthirsty, I'll tell you, most of you are gonna, bronze, silverish, few of you gold. Bloodthirsty starts getting pretty hard if you're not willing to spend money in the game. But you can come in here and you can look. I've set up my defense. Here's who I want. If someone's gonna play against me when I'm not online, this is what they have to face. I get to pick my setup. So I pick the setup that I want, and they're at 1.9 million strength. So that's not everybody I own, just who I've picked. So you can pick who you're gonna fight. So you can challenge this guy. He's got 1.15. I should beat him handily, but I only get one of these versus 2 of these versus 3 of these. You get 5 shots a day. The more points you get, as long as you get a minimum of 12, you unlock all of them, which gets you more stuff. So if you do the math, 2 of your 5, you've got to beat a level 3, one of these where you get 3+, and then the rest are 2+. That gives you exactly 12. If you can beat them all here, great. So one thing I will show you is, let's say I'm at 1.9, and let's say this person was 2.7. I know I'm not going to beat them. I can choose to fight this person. Oh, they're too high. They're over me. Free refresh. Hit this. Okay, 1.4. I can take him. 3. Cool. We're going to go in that. I've already used mine. It won't let me go fight him. But you only get so many of those a day. So I would only use that if you can't beat the guy in the middle or the guy on the right. Gets you 3 and gets you 2. Or if, you did a level 2, a level 2, a level 2, and your last 2, you've got to get a level 3 to try and do this. That's when you start using those and try and get all the extra points if you can. Squad raid. So, let's see, I've already done all these. So, down here it says saying Pirate Honor. You see how it says 500? Say one of you comes in here and hasn't done this yet. You can level 1 and level 2, the easy, hard, and hell. You get 3 runs at each where it drops extra stuff, parts for your ship, bonuses, speed ups, gold, whatever. Make sure you're doing all 3. But let's say somebody that I've already done this with, we go in there, nobody gets Pirate Honor. But if I bring somebody in here who hasn't done it and I help them, I get 500 Pirate Armor, which gives me resources to buy things in the game. So anytime if you're in chat, let's see if I can find one if somebody put it in here. So contribute to superpower, go away. Let's see if somebody's put one in here. These, see how it says hell, monster, raid recruitment. Join these, go fight with people. They're going to help you get through it. You're going to get through it. It gets both of you good stuff. So that's what that is. Voyage of the Seas. I'm already done for the day, but in here you'll see, gold versus purple versus whatever, different ones to do. Do those every day. It's free stuff. The one tip I have is you only get 1 gold one a day. Whatever 2 characters you send, it's going to say they've got to be a certain level, male, female, captain, whatever it is. Whatever characters you send, get here to my characters. Just like this character, we've got to have these puzzle pieces,
enough gold, you don't
right,
need
to level them up. So right now she's 10 of 20 to get that last star piece for rank 6. Let's say I send these 2. When it's finished, I will get 1 puzzle piece for her, 1 puzzle piece for her. So you want to be using the people you're trying to level up that are harder to get, your gold ones. Do not send your blue people to go get those because you're going to get blue puzzle pieces. It's a waste. Use your gold ones on those. High seas maneuvers, do the best you can. It helps if you look at, you can come over here and click on them. Increase strategic damage. So if I'm using strategic players against this person, it's going to do 20% more damage. So I come in here to my characters and, okay, strategist. You can see what they are versus artillery. This guy's prone to artillery. So you can check each level what you're fighting against and do the best you can and get more rewards. But be paying attention to that stuff and what you're using and how you're setting it up. All right, I think that's most everything I want to see. Anytime you see, something red, it's telling you that there's something to collect. Get on them because sometimes it's a time-sensitive thing. It's like, let's say, for example, I was here, Pirate Legend. You can see this has 2 hours and 37 minutes left. Let's say I got a ton of points and this was maxed out. It's not going to auto-collect these. I've got to click on this one, click on this one, click on this one to get the stuff in them. plus to get the 6 total points for this to increase this, so I can collect these. If that time passes, they're gone. I have got to click on them during this time frame. So don't sit on that stuff. You see red, it's trying to pull your attention to something, you know, instruction pass, let's see, or the equipment upgrade. You know, you've only got so many days to get this stuff done. So, you know, once you get this, you get this. Here, this one, once you reach 3,000 power, it's going to give me a mystic statue. That's going to help me level up my mystic statue in the Lost City. So preview, you can see right now what it's doing for me. Once I get it to level 6, extra attack, 960, extra attack, 1280, extra HP, 96,000, extra HP, 128,000. So all those little things are what help you level up. One last one here. So my builders, my gatherers, there's a stargazing. You can upgrade, if you remember down here, your artifacts, your horn and your compass, all the things that, you know, help you out. You come in here, you can level these up and they give you more power. And as you get high enough, like this one's going from 2 to 3, once you get up to level 5, it's also going to do a reduction cost on this. It's also going to do whatever. So unfortunately, it won't let me show you right now. But I've upgraded the mirror that you use to pull these guys. So down here, you know, it costs 10 to do this. The first one every day, let's see if it'll show. No, I don't have it high enough level yet. But eventually, the first time I do this every day, it only costs me 9 conches. Because, like, I've got this one up to level 3, the mirror. Once I get it to level 5, the golden conches will be saved up. So part of the reason I'm sitting on like 44 of these right now, I've got 6 days. And if you're like me, the only luck I have is bad luck. I need to buy all 80 of these before this Ghost Bride Ophelia is going to drop for me. If I do 79 of them, I won't get her. So let's say I spent these 44, and then over the next 6 days I get 20 more, and I'm up to, you know, 60 something, 70 something. And then this rolls over, all the progress is lost. It doesn't roll over to the next limited time option. So me personally, I will not use these until I've got enough to guarantee I'll get that done, and then I only do 10 a day, because like the first 10 I do will only cost me 9 once I get my mirror leveled up. So I'm probably just going to pass on Ophelia, but when the next one comes up, and let's say Ahab, some of you already have Ahab, but you know, here, I really want
Good things bigger
old
than
Ahab.
warships.
He's a great captain. When he's on unlimited, then I'll use him. You know, let's see, somebody I know, Magnus is okay. Some of these guys, like this guy, I've you know, he's okay. So your SP heroes, some of these are, you know, you basically really have to spend money to get them, and they're very expensive. But anyway, leveling up, that stuff helps. So for those of you that are higher level that are wondering, you know, how when I'm a lower ship level than you, I'm keeping up or you know, outperforming you, I'm doing all the little things. For those of you who are casual players, you know, there's a lot more to the game. If you do all those little things, it will help the gang. So we want to get this, no, that's not what I wanted. This season rewards, you know, right now, week renown. So the gang, this week we're at number 3, but we could be number 1 really easy. And then total, you know, based on last week, we're down at number 9. Let's get this up here. And, you know, like number 3 last week, DAV, that's where I came from. That's where several of us came from, because they weren't very active, but they got this done. So I think after this week settles, we're going to jump up quite a bit, but we're not just fighting the people in our little section of the sea right now. When you look at a lot of stuff, it's only ranking us against people in here. Just how many people we have in here, there's that many here, 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 and eventually we're all going to get in the middle. So it's going to be a lot of people to fight and play with, but you got to do all the little things. So, all right, let's see, Cutlass Harbor, are we getting ready to take that? Oh, okay, cool. We're going to take another port here in 37 minutes. So anyway, I hope this was helpful to some of y'all. I know that we've got a lot of people in the gang that don't speak English. I don't know if there's translation services that'll help you. I'm sorry this got kind of winded and kind of long, but as you can see, there was a lot to share. So anyway, hope this helps, and we'll see you on the seas. Bye.